Okay, so I'm just gonna make this video. I've been reluctant to actually sit down and record my thoughts on this for a while now because I've been so upset about it, and I didn't want to do anything that seemed like I was being upset just for the sake of content. I didn't want to try to be first to a topic like this. I didn't even want anyone to have the wrong idea why I'm making this video. Brandon Clark was one of my favorite basketball players of all time. He still is. He died. Jason Collins also died in this, and we got the news like 5 hours after we got the news about Brandon. Jason Collins, queer icon, the first openly gay player in the core four American sports. And a lot has been said to commemorate these guys already. I don't have that much original to add to that conversation. Both of these people meant a lot to a lot of people. For me, I'm just kind of really fucking sad about it. But something happened when I was pretty fresh off the news. I guess it was the same day. It might have been the next day. I don't know. Time has been sort of weird lately. But I was watching the Timberwolves versus San Antonio pregame. They were commemorating Brandon Clark and Jason Collins, and it played out like this.
It's a joyful time in the NBA. However, the NBA family has had a couple of bits of news in the last few hours that have been very difficult and very emotional. And two members of that family will be remembered here tonight in San Antonio.
The NBA family mourns the passing of two of its own. Brandon Clark, a beloved member of the Memphis Grizzlies since 2019, whose leadership and passion earned him respect throughout the Memphis community and around the league, passed away at the age of 29. And 13-year NBA player and NBA Cares ambassador Jason Collins died after a long battle with brain cancer. He broke barriers that will positively impact the sports world for generations to come, and he'll always be remembered for his bravery and kindness. We ask that you join us in a moment of silence in honor of Brandon Clark and Jason Collins.
The NBA Conference semifinals. We're here to tell you about some great ways to get in on the playoff action.
For me, this was pretty repulsive immediately. I was somewhat prepared because I was not actually watching this in real time. I was about 15 minutes behind, but I had seen a tweet from Caitlin Cooper and retweeted it talking about how this happened. And so even though I was slightly prepared for it, when I saw it happen, I was utterly disgusted and really offended. I couldn't help but feel repulsed. And you know, I'm the type of guy that tries to give everyone like the benefit of the doubt. I overextend myself to try to empathize with other people and see things from point of views that aren't exactly my own, in hopes that not necessarily I like end up agreeing with them or anything, but I just want to like understand. And so I could see where like this is just procedurally how the broadcast is set up to go. Maybe you even have like a really specific contract with this sports book that you can't exactly break. But frankly, if you couldn't impromptu modify your agreement or call an audible in this situation to make this play out a little bit more tastefully, like I'm talking about 10 seconds of time in a studio being like, RIP, blah, blah, blah. We'll be right back. And then roll this out. That would feel slightly less dystopian and be several degrees less offensive. But because it happened exactly the way that it did, it hurt to watch. I did not like this. This was disgusting. The NBA and what broadcasting network is this? NBC? Ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Just the tastelessness of inserting sports books into every little corner of this niche of entertainment in sports and fucking everything really now, but especially sports, pretty much ground zero for all this gambling horseshit being everywhere. It's so pervasive that it's absolutely vile at this point, and I can't stand it. And you may have noticed in that broadcast, assuming that I'm able to leave it in this video without getting copyright claimed into oblivion. If they do, fuck them. I guess I'll just let them take all the money from this video. This is more about the point of this video than the money that could come from the Google AdSense or whatever. You may have noticed in the broadcast that while they commemorated Jason Collins, they called him a barrier breaker. They didn't say what barriers were broken. They didn't say he was the first openly homosexual professional athlete among men in American sports. Like, they didn't qualify it with any real descriptors. Like, instead, it's a more centristly phrase where it's like being gay is an offensive thing that we need to still keep on the down low and be a little bit more covert about, a little bit more subdued, not so in your face. No LGBTQIA plus propaganda here in the NBA. We're not woke anymore. We promise. Like, fuck you. Because it's not just in this one PA announcement. It's also just the NBA's tone. Yeah, so here's the tweet directly from the NBA/Adam Silver regarding Jason Collins, saying his impact and influence extended far beyond basketball as he helped make the NBA, WNBA, and larger sports community more inclusive and welcoming for future generations. He exemplified outstanding leadership and professionalism throughout his 13-year NBA career and his dedicated work as an NBA Cares ambassador. Jason will be remembered not only for breaking barriers, but also for the kindness and humanity that defined his life and touched so many others. On behalf of the NBA, I send my heartfelt condolences to Jason's husband, Brunson, and his family, friends, and colleagues across our leagues. Now, you may have noticed, but they just say breaking barriers, but they don't say what barriers. They do say Jason's husband. So, like, it's stated at the very bottom of the statement in a fully separate portion of the quote, but there's like a passive voice to his queerness that's really uncomfortable and regressive and reinforces the homophobic norms of the 2020s America that we're in, where we don't have, fuck, dude, I don't even know how to, it's just, it's really frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating, and it's disheartening. Charles Barkley had a similar observation where he said if someone came out today as a professional athlete, he would get more backlash, or at least just as much as Jason did. To the NBA's credit, they're not doing this like tone deaf, don't say gay attitude across the board. They actually do say the quiet part out loud in the video they've been posting commemorating him.
In 2013, Collins made a bold announcement revealing that he was gay. When he suited up for the Nets in 2014, he became the first publicly gay athlete to play in any of the 4 major North American pro sports leagues.
So, yeah, I guess we got to give that to them. And then regarding Brandon Clark, man, rest in peace. That's all I got to say, I guess. That's why I didn't want to make the video, because it's like, what is there to say other than this sucks and I'm upset? But sometimes it's that bad and you just got to get it off your chest, I guess. Hopefully you got something out of this video. I'm sorry if you didn't.